Did you know that the game of softball was created after a game of football? Softball is a game for all ages, anywhere from 8 to 60. Anybody can play it. I played softball my whole life almost, since elementary school, all the way up through high school, and I even play on a slow pitch summer league right now. This is my glove. It's technically a baseball glove, but it works. It's my brother's, borrowing it. And this is a softball, a 12-inch, I believe. The first game of softball started with a 16-inch ball, and then within the years went down to a 12-inch, and then that became the official ball. As I said before, softball is a sport that anyone can play. So today I'll tell you about how the sport came to be, how to play, and some of the rules implemented. Softball was created in 1877 by a bunch of football players from Yale and Harvard. The inventor, George Hancock, created softball after a fan from Yale threw a boxing glove at a fan from Harvard, and he swung at it with a stick in his hands. Softball was originally seen as indoor baseball, but in 1889, 2 years after it was invented, was taken outside. In the beginning, there were many names for the sport. Kitten ball, mush ball, diamond ball, and pumpkin ball were some of the terms used. However, in 1926, the term softball was used and also accepted as the official name for the sport. All this information came from athleticscholarships.net and softball.isports.com, which were both updated in 2013. Now that you know where softball came from, I will continue with how to play. Softball has an equal amount of similarities and differences when compared to baseball. There are 4 bases: home plate, first base, second base, and third base. The batter starts at home plate and either hits the ball or is walked and runs to first. A walk is when the pitcher throws 4 balls before 3 strikes, which means the batter is out and the next batter is up. In fast pitch, there are 9 positions: pitcher, catcher, first base, second base, third base, shortstop, and 3 outfield positions: left field, center field, and right field. Each player has a vital role in defense. Their goal is to get 3 outs and start their turn in the offense. This is where each player goes up to bat and tries to get as many runs as possible before their 3 outs. In fast pitch softball, there are 7 innings. The bottom of the inning refers to the first half, in which the first team goes up to bat. The top is the second half of each inning, when the second team goes up to bat. If the score is tied at the end of the 7 innings, more innings continue until the tie is broken. This information was acquired from Buzzle.com in an article by Naomi Serra and updated in October of 2011. Now you know how to play, but there are many rules to abide by. Not knowing all the rules or ins and outs of the game could cost you a run, an out, or even a win. First off, there are regulations regarding bats and balls. Softballs should be 10 to 12 inches, and bats should not exceed 34 inches in length or 31.5 inches in weight. Ounces in weight. Batting helmets and catcher's gear are also required for safety. Some basic rules for fast pitch include the crow hop, the foul ball, the dead ball, stealing bases, and sportsmanship. These are just a few. The crow hop happens after a pitcher has planted her pivot foot and proceeds to lift it up and jump forward during the pitch. If her foot is off the ground during the pitch, the result is an illegal pitch, and they must start over. A foul ball is when the ball is hit outside the field of play or rolls past the foul line before a player touches it. A dead ball is when the batter gets hit with a ball or an illegal interference between a fielder and a runner happens. Runners are allowed to steal bases only after the pitcher has released the ball. If a fly ball is hit, the runner must tag up at the base he or she was on until the ball is caught or hits the ground. Lastly, sportsmanship is very important. Coaches and players are expected to behave accordingly, and any abusive behavior will result in removal from the field or a warning. These rules and regulations were acquired from my knowledge of the sport and also softballrampage.com, which was updated in 2013. Now you all know how to play if you didn't before. Softball is a fun sport that anyone can play and very easy way to stay active. You know how softball came about, how to play, and some of the important rules involved. It's a fun game for everyone, so I hope you give it a chance the next time you have a chance to play.